Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel. So I haven't had a recap in quite a while, but we're back with another recap. And this one, I'm going to try to say a lot today about the day. So this recap is on January 26th, 2023. So as always, as usual, we're going to go through all the trades that I think were great today, playing my style, my patient pot shot, my flag plays, support resistance, the usual vibe, things like that. If you are new, make sure to click that subscribe button and join the Discord in the description. That's where we do all this stuff. So yeah, let's just get right into it, okay? So as you guys know, I do chart pre-market levels to give me an overall idea of the day, but I'm not going to share exactly all the levels I did today because I have a ton of videos on that. I say that almost every time because it's true. So I'm going to get right into it and discuss the exact trades that I think were pretty good today, okay? So this is what I'm thinking at open. We open up, we have this chop in this range. All right, whenever you have this kind of range, you're thinking to yourself, we have a resistance, we have a support, so we have levels. You're not trying to catch support and resistance during a little chop like this because you're much more likely to be faked out. What you do is you wait for breaks out of those ranges and then retests of those ranges for entries. You're trying to catch the retest of the move above a resistance to support or below a support into resistance. So in this case, I'm waiting. I'm not taking anything. When I see that we break below this support, then we retest with 2 candles. I'm taking puts. Now, this is a 2 candle pullback. A lot of people know that watched my other videos that I don't like to take one single candle pullbacks. This was 1 candle, and then this candle started printing up, and then it hit, what did it hit? It hit 403.06. Okay? That is exactly 5 cents to my level. I enter within 5 cents of my level, which means this would be a trade I would have entered. We have 256K volume on the move through. We have 138K on the volume back up. Now, why am I not putting this line right over here? Some people are like, this is the most recent, right? But think about it. We have, if we would put the line right here, we have 2 bounces, and then this is not taken into account. If we put the line right here, we have this in account, we have this in account, and then we have this wick and that wick. So we're taking into account a more valuable level when I put it here than if I put it right here. And when this happens in such a small range with such small, variability between the levels, I like to think which line is more likely to be more valuable. And in this case, you can see that it's this one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. With this one, we only have 1, 2. This kind of goes away because this is way above where this support happened. So we have that support right there, all right? We break down, we retest, nice put entry right over here on that candle while it was going up, okay? We go down, nothing's happening over here, 1 candle pullbacks. I don't take any of this, okay? I'm sure there were some, two-way street setups right here you could play. This break, retest of that, that trend line, but I'm not looking to, go through every possible trade. I'm just showing the overall idea. So that was there for a two-way street setup to the upside, okay? Now, if you don't know what these are, you can join my Discord. We discuss all of this in there. So we're moving up, all right? We're not seeing any retests of these levels. Nothing's going on here, but there is a pretty nice flag play. We have a clear resistance, okay? We have nothing happen in between. We reject that same resistance for a move down, okay? That's how you think about it. You enter puts at the break of that flag for the downside, okay? Another flag play right here. We have a clear resistance. We have a flag. We break. We go down. The most important thing for the flag plays is that you notice that there's nothing between that resistance and this resistance. If there was something invalidating that, I'm not taking it, okay? That's the important part. We break through, okay? This right here, pretty nice entry for puts, okay? We have a clear support right here, okay? So this one or that one. I would probably use this one just because there's two, and this one's a little later. So looking at the most recent, take puts here, and then I want to take them to the downside, scale at that resistance, scale at that wick to the downside, okay? Pretty nice day so far. I think today was pretty good in terms of price action for the first part of the day for sure. All right, this right here is I'm showing a very lotto entry. This is like extreme lotto. We have a support. We retest for puts. Now, the reason this is lotto is number one, the volume right here is 95K. The volume right here is 145K. And this candle is very red and only has a little volume. Number two, which is probably even the bigger reason, is we're breaking above a previous high. We are in an uptrend at this point. Okay, we're going up. All right, that's not the type of, thing I'm like looking to enter in. Thirdly, this move right here that happened, and the pullback is it's more than half of the move down. So if we had a support right here, okay, then we kind of went like this. We broke, and then we retested right here. That would have been good. But this is too massive of a pullback, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. It's just too big of a pullback relative to this size, okay? So there was a flag play right here for calls. We have a clear support. We break for calls. Another flag play for calls right here. Very simple, all right? No reason to, get into everything, try to always time everything. One thing I do realize with the flag plays, okay, is, some people were thinking of taking this right here. Flag play on the break of that. Now, what I say about this is something that you have to understand. You're playing the flag of the most kind of touches. It's basically like a micro trend line. If you have that touch right there, okay, and you're not just ignoring that touch and placing your line like this, okay, before this happened, you have to understand that you have a line right here, and you have to adjust it to kind of something like this. Okay, so that one and that one. And then, since you only have two, you don't have much to go by. So when you just have those two, we never really break that. Okay, but if you connect all three of them, we do. Okay. So this right here, nothing's going on. This level is invalidated. There is no good entries. All right, kind of just a bunch of chop. All right. There are a couple flag plays you could have caught in a couple two-way street setups, I'm sure, somewhere here, but, not as important to discuss. What I did want to discuss is this trade right here, all right? There are two reasons this trade is not one that I'm taking for calls. We have a resistance, and technically this support is supposed to turn into this resistance into support. Now, why would I not take this? First of all, this move through had 52K. This move back had 105K. Second of all, this candle tried to push above, but ended up closing under the level. This is signifying to me the move up is trying to move up, but it's not. And thirdly, we have this pattern that I don't like to trade. We have a resistance. We break above it. All right, we try to move up, but we only go a little bit higher, and then we get sucked right back down. I don't like to trade that. Okay, this right here is one trade that was there, but just failed. It was a pretty good entry. We had a support. We broke down. We retested. There's 110K volume and 107K. So it's a pretty good trade, but just one of those that did not work out for puts right here. All right. Another flag play. We have a support. Nothing happens in between. We break above that flag for a nice move to the upside. All right. So, then we kind of, there were a couple plays there were significantly less patient pot shot setups today, in my opinion, than on other days. But, during a choppy day where we basically stayed flat all day long, that's what you will expect. Now, at this point, this is something that I'd like to really discuss. A lot of people get caught up in playing, like, my patient pot shot setup during chops like this. When we're in a choppy zone, when you notice, look, We move up. We fail to move up. We create that pattern that I don't like. We're down. We're not retesting any levels. We're not bouncing off any previous levels. We're kind of just all over the place. You need to tell yourself that this area is not somewhere I'm playing the patient pot shot, because there is too much interaction here and things that can intercept your trades and make them go against you. Okay? This is why I will not be training in a chop like this. In a chop like this, you could be playing some trend lines. Very simple. You literally just chart a trend line the first 2 bounces. On the third one, you take it. On the fourth one, you take it. You would probably not want to be playing puts right here because we're just moving kind of up. But you'd be taking the calls. Very nice. Don't try to, get the call entry of dot resistance when we're in this range. If we break above this resistance and we're kind of in a new area, that's when the patient pot shot strategy shines. And that's the biggest problem with my strat. People try to play it not during a trendy environment. When the market is not trending, or just a short-term movement is not a trend, if it's a chop, if we're in a range, and you see that no levels are being respected, don't expect the next level to be respected. Okay? So that's kind of the way I think about it, and, I suggest you guys do too. But that kind of covers the day for me. I personally think that there was a lot of opportunity today in the morning. I actually liked the day, okay? So I think that, if you kind of study this video, you understand everything that I'm saying, I think that should help you on days like this. But if you do have any questions, you can always DM me. I literally answer everybody's DMs in detail. I even, go on calls. You can have a one-on-one with me where I detail my entire strategy, everything like that. If you want to just, drop a comment, ask a question, be sure to do that as well. I'll answer all those. And make sure to smash a like, subscribe if you found any value in this video. But thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace out.